everybody. Can everybody hear me? Yes? Good. We just wanted to say thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate it for you guys to be here on our special day. And I don't know if you guys know this, most of you probably do, but before Adam and I went to Alaska, we built a little teardrop camper in February in Wisconsin. And we said, well, this has to be able to keep us warm. Like, we are going to Alaska. So we insulated it really well. And the first night we spent in it, we sweated like crazy. It was so hot. So we called it the Sweaty Yeti. Okay, and that is why we have a signature drink called the Sweaty Yeti, and it just means so much to us that you guys are all here sweating with us at this Sweaty Yeti wedding, so thank you. I know it's not easy, but we're going to get started with speeches. We're going to start with Mr. Kenny over here.
The best man.
The best man.
Yeah. All right, take us away. You got it. Thanks.
5 minutes only, Kenny. That's all you get.
All right, fair enough. I'd like to thank you all for being here today to celebrate Ashley and Adam's marriage. Adam, I am honored to be standing here as your best man today, and not only as your best man, but as a great friend. Adam and I knew each other growing up. One thing I learned about him throughout the years is that he was a bit of a visionary. You see, he always had crazy ideas to build things, such as the Sweaty Yeti, such as a tree fort, a log cabin, a zip line at some point, and on top of the list was a trebuchet, which is a type of catapult that he wished to launch watermelons across the neighbor's field at some point. It's probably a good thing that never happened because it would have led to some great destruction. Adam is always coming up with something that makes you laugh at first, but then you realize that he's actually not kidding. With his creative mind, he's able to see value in random things that we may consider as like junk, which is one of my favorite things about Adam, actually. I consider him a bit of a treasure hunter. Adam and I worked together for several years, and most mornings it started out with him saying such thing as, "So I was on the Craigslist the other day." Oh, this is going to be good. Over the years, Adam would just collect anything he could find, whether it be in someone's backyard, something he sees on the internet, just anything on the side of the road. He'll see it, and he'd be like, "I kind of want that." And you'd be like, "Adam, why?" He's like, "Well, it's cool." And I was like, "Does it run, Adam?" He's like, "I don't know, but just imagine it like if it did run. Just imagine if I did clean it up." I'd be like, "All right, fair enough." One of my favorite things that he bought was a Pontiac Fiero. Now, this thing was his first car that he bought right out of high school. It did not run, and it probably sat the longest out of everything he owned. I swear, this thing had more bees in it than it did had miles. Adam obviously learned to collect more valuable things later in life, such as coins or $2 bills. It's fair, whatever, that's fine. But the more unique something is, the more he wanted it. That was his go-to. Adam was always good at finding treasures, wasting no time scooping them up. But his greatest treasure didn't come until he went to school in Whitewater. Adam and I still worked together during breaks and always shared stories from school. One day, out on the job, he tells me about his Circle K group and the amazing people that he volunteers with. Adam casually brings up a girl that is in this group and explains to me how fun, creative, and outgoing she is, how they could quote office quotes from day on day, just nonstop. He said how her smile can light up a whole room. I swear these are his words, not mine. I could tell that Adam has found his next treasure. Unfortunately, she was spoken for at the time. Adam said that was okay. He can wait. He will scoop her off her feet the first chance he gets. I was skeptical, of course, but hey, we all know how stubborn Adam could be. Fast forward a couple years, and here we are. Adam, you saw something shimmering the corner of your eye, and you knew you had to have it. You saw someone special, and you knew you had to have her for the rest of your life. Ashley, you're Adam's greatest treasure, and I know you feel the same way about him. Hey. I swear I got like one more sentence. So I would like to make a toast to this beautiful couple. May your love never stop shining, and may your lives never grow dull. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Kenny, the best man. Yeah. Oh, all right, we're going to pass the mic off to Sydney, the maid of honor.
Thank you all for coming out here tonight to celebrate the A-Team. I'm Sydney, the maid of honor, and best friends with both Ashley and Adam. I've known Ashley since elementary school and Adam since college. And can I just take a minute tonight to appreciate how stunning, how gorgeous, how glowing the groom is tonight. I mean, just literally, hair and makeup team, shout out to you guys. Ashley, you're just as glowing as well. Well, it may surprise you, but speeches have always made me nervous. So when I sat down to write this toast, I thought back to past speeches I had given, what comforted me or helped me give a particularly good speech. And I remember the time when I was a freshman in high school and had to deliver a speech in our auditorium for speech class. Of course, class was at the end of the day, so I spent a full 7 hours in panic mode preparing for my dreaded moment on stage. Seeing my rising panic, Ashley asked if I'd like for her to watch my speech. However, I was doubtful that the rule-abiding Ashley would be able to sneak out of her class, make it down to the auditorium, which is on the other wing of Stoughton High School, watch my entire speech, and make it back to class without anyone noticing, without getting in trouble. And to be honest, I don't remember the speech. It probably wasn't very good, but I cannot forget looking out to see her dim figure standing in the back, watching me deliver my speech. Whatever grade I received on that speech pales in comparison to the best friend I made that year, for she is the most supportive, brave, and giving person I know. How much easier it is tonight to give this speech with her by my side. No, I'm still going. How dare you? This is my moment. So Ashley is one of the most important people in my life. So it was with high expectations that I permitted Adam to date, to use the Hillary phrase, the angel baby that is Ashley. But Adam quickly proved to be just as warm, hilarious, and supportive as Ashley. He charmed his way into our regular girls' nights, opening our Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants group into a group of 5. But this was not by good fortune. Adam listened to all of our childhood stories, our embarrassing moments, and learned each of our personalities. It was clear how much he not only cared about Ashley, but about all 4 of us. So as it turns out, this is how Adam is in general. He intuitively understands people and is a pillar of strength and support for many. I could not imagine a more supportive person than Adam. And let's not forget, this is the man who, here's the list, stood by Ashley's side as she achieved her dream of becoming a national park ranger, even if it meant being away for a whole summer from one another. Dove headfirst into their great Alaska adventure, including building a camper and leaving home to live in the wild mountains of Eagle River. And he built the coffin lid and emceed for his future sister-in-law's living funeral this summer. So, commitment. So if I had to choose a favorite couple in my life, it is, without a doubt, these two. They're incredibly enthusiastic, but grounded and warm-hearted all at the same time. It's difficult to even think of marriage advice to give to you two, because it feels like you kind of have it all figured out. So I will ask everyone to raise their glasses so I can give a word of advice to the rest of you. May you live as genuinely and love as warmly as this couple does, for this is the true measure of success in life. Cheers to Ashley and Adam. Cheers.
And now the better man, Tyler Shimke.
Hello. Just gotta get my phone out now. My typewriter was broken, so it's all digital today. So the whole theme of this shenanigan is it seems to be mostly wood-based, tree-based, log-based, however you want to see it. So I have a couple of dad jokes relating to trees to start us off. So what did the single tree say to the tree who stood her up? You should have put a ring on it. Because they have rings inside of them? Yes, yes. I don't expect anyone to laugh. I expect moans. So thank you. You're doing great. What's a tree's favorite dating app? Timber. It's sad. I actually think these are funny. So starting with the roots of the tree, I met Adam actually in elementary school. And Adam and I knew each other from saplings. By the time we had decent-sized trunks, we were in musicals and making school movie projects together. By the way, don't give a bunch of middle schoolers fireworks, toy guns, and a camera. Just never works out well. So then the first crotch of that tree was college. Don't read into this metaphor, please. Many of us forked as we went off to be adults in different directions. Now, Adam and I'm still not sure that we've actually grown up, but time will tell. We still meet at Fazoli's every once in a while, and Ashley, we expect you to be there now at every single one of them as a part of the group. And I'd invite you to ask Adam about an elite group that used to sit together in high school called Tamjant 5. Yes, we'll have to add an A for you at some point. So, I've already been kind of nixed on this, but the marriage advice next. Adam, whenever you two get in a fight, she's right. And don't be corny about it. Ashley, once in a while, choose the losing side on purpose just to bolster his ego. Yeah, because we all need it. And then in the best of times and in the worst of times, coniferide in each other first. Conifer, sorry, I botched the pronunciation there. It's a tree, in case you guys are wondering. I reach for all my dad jokes. You'll join me soon enough. All right. And then Adam, when you get a chance to spoil her with breakfast in bed, random flowers, and a quirky wooden project here and there, speaking from experience, it's nice to have a few brownie points to fall back on. Ashley, you're awesome. I could not have picked a better person for Adam. Even if I had the whole world to choose from. You guys rock. Best of luck, and may God bless you on your journey.
Another great speech. We've got a couple more here. Next, we have the matron of honor, Ashley's oldest sister, Roxanne.
Thank you. Hi, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Roxanne. I'm Ashley's oldest sister, and on behalf of the Vedvig family, I'd like to welcome you and thank you for being here for their big day. Now, I've never given a maid of honor speech before, but I've heard a lot, and a wise woman once said that there are not many opportunities you get to brag about the special people in your life, especially to a captive audience. Oh. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Especially to a captive audience such as yourself. Good timing. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've always thought that when the time came to give a speech at Ashley's wedding, it would be incredibly easy, given that she is hands down the best person I know. In reality, when I sat down to write this out, it actually turned out to be pretty difficult because it was practically impossible to find the words to fully convey how amazing she is. Ashley is the most genuine, generous, kind, compassionate person I know, and those adjectives don't even begin to do justice to the wonderful person that she is. When we were little, Ashley was always the sweet, cute little sister that everyone absolutely adored. When she got older, her giving, compassionate personality came out even more, and she would help anyone out with anything they needed. For example, most college students, myself and our other sister included, spent a good chunk of their college career at house parties and bars, living up the college partying lifestyle. Not Ashley. Ashley spent her free time volunteering and helping others. The amount of time that most college students spent at parties, Ashley spent with Circle K, a volunteer organization that focuses on community service. Not only that, but she joined Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Walworth County at the age of 20 and became a big sister to Sabrina and has kept supporting and mentoring her ever since. And in fact, she is here tonight, and I think she can back me up on how amazing Ashley is. Ashley, I know you've told me several times over the years that I'm a role model for you and that you look up to me. Well, Ashley, I can't begin to tell you how much I look up to you. Your kind-heartedness, selflessness, positive nature inspires me every single day, and this world would be a much better place if everyone was just a little more like Ashley. All right, I'm done talking about Ashley now, so we're good. This day isn't entirely about Ashley. This is Adam's day, too. So I would like to talk a little bit about Adam and how well he fits in with our family. The first memory I would like to share with you is from Vedvig's Category Night 2012, and it was the first time he met our other sister, Hillary. Ashley and Adam had been together for a couple of months, but he was very much the new boyfriend. To give you a little background on Vedvig's Category Night, they are a night around the holidays where we get together and with our cousins and aunt and uncle and play categories. Now, most families would find this a very relaxing, chill night. I mean, it's categories. That is not the case in the Vedvig family. There are teams and alliances formed, and there's a lot of contesting answers and voting taking place. To summarize, it gets a little heated. And for those of you that know our other sister, Hillary, she is the main instigator. There is a reason she is a lawyer. She's really good at arguing and is not afraid to voice her opinion. So I don't remember what the specific answer was, if it was their answer or her answer, but there was some disagreement taking place, and it was very clear that they were on opposite sides of the argument. I think Ashley, given her knowledge of Hillary and how she operates, was willing to just drop it and let Hillary have her way. But to our shock, the normally quiet Adam was not. I remember when Adam spoke up in opposition to Hillary, all of us sisters and cousins looked at each other wide-eyed in awe of what we were witnessing. Judging by the shocked look on Hillary's face, I'm guessing she too could not believe what was happening. It would have been so easy as the new guy to just keep quiet and let Hillary have her way, but he felt comfortable enough around us that early on to stand up to the most challenging member of our family. I think Scott and I even remarked later that night that if he could stand up to Hillary, he would fit in just fine with the Vedvig family. The other memory of Adam that I would like to share with you took place while we were on vacation. All of us went down to Cancun for Mom's 50th birthday to an all-inclusive resort and had a great time. This particular memory comes after a long day of relaxing and drinking in the sun when Hillary convinced us sisters and our significant others to go to the nightclub on the resort property. Now, we're not really nightclub people, but we humored Hillary and went anyway. When we got there, Hillary insisted on us all taking tequila shots. We tried to explain to her that since everything was free at the resort, maybe we could have a good tasting drink and not tequila shots, but she was persistent. Finally, we all got tequila shots, stood in a circle, did a cheers, and everybody took their shots. After downing our shots, I remember looking around the circle and everyone had that sour post-tequila face on, except for Adam. He wasn't fazed at all. After Hillary and Case left the circle, probably to go get more shots, I remarked how well Adam can hold his tequila. His response was, "Oh, that tequila shot? Yeah, I just threw that right over my shoulder." Our jaws dropped. In all the years of Hillary pushing shots on us, how had we not thought of this? He clearly fit in and could handle Hillary. It was shortly after this that the DJ started playing Cupid Shuffle, and we went out on the dance floor only to see that when the line, now kick, now kick, now kick, when that came on, Adam was going around gently kicking strangers on the dance floor. He had us all cracking up that night, and he definitely fit in with the Vedvig clan. So we've talked about how fantastic Ashley is and how great Adam is and how well he fits in with our family, but there is one last tradition we need to complete before Adam can officially join the family. For those of you that are unaware of this tradition, it was started approximately 8 years ago. It started shortly before Allie and Alex got married, and it was concocted after a late night at the Vedvig bar. Now, I don't remember whose idea this was or how this conversation even got started, but somehow it was concluded that Alex needed to drink a shot of tequila with a tequila worm in it in order to marry Allie. At this point in the night, it took very little convincing, and Alex downed the shot of tequila, worm included, with no difficulty whatsoever. From that point on, the tradition was solidified. Allie and Hillary cornered Scott at our wedding with a tequila worm shot, and Josh was presented with a tequila worm shot at his and Hannah's wedding in January. So, Adam, guess what? It's your turn. You don't have to do it in front of everyone if you don't want to, but we do have it on hand ready to go. It's actually coming up to you right now. I will be watching to see if you throw this one over your shoulder, so. All right. Woo! All right. Woo! Oh, you are a trooper. Oh, God. Okay. That was, yeah, you're a trooper. In conclusion, I'm going to leave you with one final memory. When we were growing up, our families raised tobacco as a crop, and therefore, all of us girls grew up helping out in tobacco. When I was about 16, I had a lot of male friends from high school that would come out and help us in tobacco. So as the 5 of us girls, myself, Allie, Hillary, Hannah, and Ashley, working alongside a bunch of 16-year-old high school boys. Keep in mind that if I was 16, that meant that Hannah and Ashley were around 10 years old. These boys were completely platonic friends, but I don't think my grandparents entirely believed that. So all of us girls and the guys were gathered around taking a water break, making small talk, when our grandma turned to the boys and said, "Now, if you're going to go for any of the Vedvig girls, wait for Ashley. She's the best one." Although it was a little surprising to hear her say that and a little embarrassing, we couldn't even argue because Ashley is the best one. So if everyone could raise a glass, here's to Adam for getting the best one.
Can you guys hear me? So I'm technically not supposed to, you could just sit there for now. I'm technically not supposed to be giving a speech, but I insisted because this is a very, very important day. Roxanne stole my line about not having many opportunities to publicly speak about people that you care about to a captive audience. And so I thought I would take this opportunity. So I'm Hillary. I am the bride's sister. Ashley and I have had a really pretty rough relationship growing up. To summarize, not only did I have a word for Ashley, I had a volume for Ashley when she was growing up, and Cassie can attest to this. I'll give you a little sample. It went something like, Ashley! That is really the only way that I addressed Ashley, probably the first 15 years of my life. So it was rough. It was rough going. I didn't treat Ashley well. I was not a very good big sister. I wasn't a very good person to her. And to keep it concise, I treated her like a little bit of a punching bag. I really did. And I take it seriously when you talk about weddings and you take the good with the bad and all that stuff. I don't think we should only focus on the good, because there's a lot of bad in life too. And I was horrible. I was awful to you. I was horrible. Ashley, listen to me. I was horrible to you. And now, as you start your own family and grow out of our family and move forward with Adam, I just want to say a very heartfelt, I'm very sorry. I'm really sorry for how I treated you those years and the damage I may have done to you. Whoops. But I would never have guessed I would say this as a teen, but I cannot wait to move forward with you as adults in our life together and to have our own families. What you're doing now, you're taking the first step. So very proud of you and the woman that you've become. And now to move on to more fun topics. I have a little story about Adam. We grew up in a small, very, very tiny, unincorporated town called Utica, and they have a festival every year. It is a pretty rough crowd at Utica. It's not the nicest crowd. And they have it's like a Friday night festival that you go to. There's a band. And we were there with Adam one year. And Adam decided that he was going to get on stage. It was time. It was his time to shine. And so he got up on stage with the band. And they were like, no, thank you, sir. Get off of our stage. And so they not very politely had him get off the stage. But we stayed. We continued to drink. I am sure that Scotty Too Hottie was behind the bar serving us drinks. And then Adam decided it wasn't time for him to give up quite yet. The industrious young man that he is, he was not going to let that go. So he got on stage again. And that is when we were asked to leave the festival altogether. So the one and only time I've ever been kicked out of Utica Fest was thanks to Adam here. It was quite the event. And that night, I knew that whatever happened in this little relationship here, he was going to be my brother. And so that holds a little special place in my heart. Okay, to wrap up, so a lot of you know this, but Ashley was actually in a tornado when she was younger. She was at our Aunt Robin and Sammy and Sarah's house, and a tornado came through in Stoughton in 2005, an F5, and completely destroyed their house. And it was a very traumatic, very horrible thing that happened. But of course, I took that opportunity, being the terrible young person I was, to make fun of Ashley about it. And without further ado, I'd like to invite a guest up to the stage. Yeah, you can clap for him. He's great. This is Case. 1 second. This little ditty goes out to you guys. Brandon, we're ready. Tornado girl, tornado girl. She lives in the real world, but she sleeps in a basement. Tornado girl, tornado girl. She lives in the real world, but she sleeps in a basement. Tornado girl, tornado girl. She lives in the real world, but she sleeps in a basement. Tornado girl, tornado girl. She lives in the real world, but she sleeps in a basement.
She used to be just like a cat, afraid of water, except the water was tornadoes, except the tornadoes were dangerous. But now she's shopping for tornadoes like she's shopping for flames. That flames are us. Gas up the bus and call your crew. Ashley's got a Parker and she's in pursuit. Last thing, call your friends in the family news. Because we ain't dealing with an EF2. Because she is turning the tables on tornadoes. 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 Wait.
Yeah.
So we're at a wedding, right?
Yes.
So everyone is here because of the union of two separate souls.
Correct.
So if there's a tornado girl, then there must be a
tornado
boy.
Oh, he grew up in Clinton, trimming trees, and then he went to Whitewater to get a degree. And that is where he met Ashley. Oh, yeah, they go on adventures. They bought a home. They are the perfect couple, never gonna be alone. But Adam's got his own tornadoes in his life. He was afraid of ghosts. Yeah, that was his strife. But now he's got a life partner he can boast. And now he is slightly less afraid of ghosts.
Turning the tables on ghost tornadoes. Turning the tables on ghost tornadoes. Turning the tables on ghost tornadoes. Turning the tables on ghost tornadoes.
All right. We got. That was for you. That song was a solid, like 14 years in the making. So, love you guys. Bye. Oh, Dad, you got to follow that. So.
It's on? There we go. You told me that'd be a tough act to follow. I didn't buy it, but I do now. Before I start, I'd like to wish my mom a happy birthday here today. It's sitting right next to me. It's Marilyn's birthday. Ashley, 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 where do I begin? Sweet is too dull, a word for you. From the time you were old enough to have your own thoughts, you've been the nicest person I've ever known. Innocent, fun-loving, always happy, never having a bad word to say about anybody. When you were about 9 years old, you told us you were never, ever going to leave. You lied. The rest of my speech is a lot about that tornado that's already been gone over, so I'll jump ahead. I did have a little part in there about Sydney and Johanna and Kelsey, though. That they've been friends with Ashley ever since they were all little, and they've stuck together like glue. And what a great bunch of girls. But anyway, Ashley moved to Whitewater. She made a lot of new friends there. One of her new friends' name was Adam. We heard Adam's name a lot. Pretty soon, Adam and Ashley were dating. We finally got to meet him, and were very impressed. We thought, what a nice young man. The more we got to know him, the more impressed we were. Adam and Ashley make a perfect couple. A little while later, little Miss I'm Never Leaving Home says we're moving to Alaska. So Adam gets to building. He comes up with the ultimate mobile housing unit, and off they go. What a great trip that was for the two of them. Renee and I knew if they came back from that trip together, this day would come. No one can spend that much time in the sweaty Yeti and not know everything there is to know about the other person. Adam, Renee and I could not be happier that you found Ashley. Ashley, we couldn't be happier that you found Adam. Getting to know Adam's family has been wonderful, and it's easy to see how you got to be so awesome. What a down-to-earth and sound family. You cannot ask for anything more for your daughter. Adam, you spent enough time with our family on trips, holidays, and in everyday life. You know what you're getting into. I have no sympathy for you. So if everyone would raise their glass, we'll do one more toast. I'll make it short. Adam and Ashley, may the good times be many, may the bad times be few. Remember, always remember, Life's a garden. Dig it.